Welcome to another episode of What Day Is It? I have no idea what number episode we're on.
23.
23.
Yeah.
So we got a good friend of mine in the booth today. He's not on the podcast today. He's helping assist. We're going to get him on here eventually. My buddy Miguel is here. He goes by Miggy Bars, Miggy the tech guy. He's helping us out today. So he's kind of the Googler. He's the Googler. So he had to double check what episode we're on. So this is episode. Are we on? This is 23 or on 24? So okay.
We're on 24.
Welcome to episode 24, guys. We have no idea what we're doing.
It's a pretty special episode. We're really nervous today.
It might be special. We'll see if the phone call rings in.
Does your stomach feel like, something's trying to escape it right now?
Yeah, actually,
okay,
like,
yeah.
the bursters from Alien
Yeah,
or whatever,
that's
the
what it
chest
feels like
bursters,
right now.
except it's coming from my wiener and not my belly button,
okay.
like, oh, man. So, everybody, welcome. We're pleased to have the three of you listening, as always. So grateful. So, we got a couple things that I wanted to talk about today, until, if we get this phone call, we'll kind of go off sidetrack. So, to kick things off today, I saw earlier, we may need a Google for this because I don't know. There was a man, a zookeeper in Jerusalem, that was killed in a jaguar pen in a zoo. I think it was called the Biblical Zoo. I'm not too sure. I don't quite remember. I just saw it, and I don't know the extent of the situation. I'm not too sure what happened. I really didn't look into it, but condolences as always.
Yeah.
And hopefully they don't do anything rad to the cat. That's what kitties do. So
Well, it's biblical. I mean, it's living up to the name, I guess.
I suppose, for sure. He's doing what they were intended to do.
Is every animal there 2x2 then?
2x2.
Yeah, biblical,
Oh, I don't know. So I'm curious to see what happened, but I just did not look into the situation at all. I have absolutely no idea. Did you find it? What do we... Uh-huh. That's good.
Oh, wow.
All right, so they don't blame the jaguar.
That's a good change.
That's different for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I maybe next week when we talk about it, I'll dive into it a little deeper. We see what we found or find or see what happened. I don't know. I could have been a wrong place, wrong time. Maybe a shift door broke. Like, who knows?
Sounds like if they're not blaming them.
Absolutely. So this week's a little bit different too. We got a new camera lens. You can see our beautiful faces a little better. We'll see what it looks like when I start to edit a little bit in post here. This motherfucker was an arm and a leg, I tell you what. And we might have some angles going on in this episode too. We got a couple cameras off of the sides. Absolutely. Hi, camera. But Mickey said, "Don't look at the cameras."
Too late. Everybody have been staring at it.
We broke the fourth wall. We got to be totally inconspicuous. And my favorite unrelated animal news: King of the Hill comes out tomorrow.
Yes. Oh my God.
I am so excited. That's my purse. I don't know you.
I don't know you. Papa, what the hell?
What the hell? I know there's new actor for Dale, but they better bring in Pocket Sand. Goddamn it.
Oh, they got to.
Pocket Sand. Totally inconspicuous bullshit. So,
and Bobby's older.
Bobby's older. He's a fucking sushi chef or some shit.
Something like that. Hibachi chef.
Yeah. So I spent the last 3 or 4 days. I've been in Illinois working a camel, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got a call from this dude named Mike who bought a ride camel, and his name's Mr. Fisher, the camel. This camel was sold to him as a ride camel they wanted $14,500, but I think he got him down to like $11,500 or something. And he's not a ride camel.
No.
He lays down in the chute. He yells. He screams. He bellers.
You didn't tell me about the laying down in the chute. That's terrible.
He laid down with me 3 times.
Oh, my God.
So I've been down there for a couple days working this camel. And, camels, he's 14. When you go your whole life without working, they become brats. They become babies. They need stuff to do. They got to wean into it. And this whole time, I just thought he was being a baby, okay? So I brought Haley down to Illinois with me the other day, and I was like, just keep getting on and off him, because it got to the point where he's riding okay. He just doesn't like the on and off part. And I was like, okay, we just got to get him used to this. So I was like, just keep getting on and off. I kept the camel in the chute the entire time. Just keep getting on and off real quick. On, off, on, off, on, off. And probably about by, like, I don't know, the 10th, maybe 15th on, he started doing his deep gurgles. He was up chucking. He had cud coming up. At that point, I was like, maybe something's wrong here.
Yep.
So I was like, just keep getting on and off. And she did probably 5 or 10 more times. And he threw up all over me. That camel spit all over me. All fucking over me. So I was like, you know what? Dromedary camels, like, they don't spit for funsies like the nutrients, you know? And
yeah.
I was like, something's possibly wrong here, you know? And I was like, pull him out. I had her hold him, and I took his saddle off. And I took the padding off, and this, and then I started feeling around on his back for sores and such, you know? And I found this one spot that he was really painful with, but I couldn't see. He's a camel, he's tall. So I had her bring him into the chute. I walked up the stairs, and I kind of started massaging on, you know, his spinal area right before the hump. And as I got a little closer to the hump, I felt this ball that was kind of like maybe golf ball sized, you know? And I started pushing on it and tapping it, and it felt super hard. It felt like bone, but you shouldn't feel their spine like that up top, you know? And
you would think.
Right. And he didn't like it. He was yelling, he was bellowing, so I squeezed it a little bit. And this motherfucker, he spit back at me and tried to bite me. And I don't blame him at all, you know? But I think I found the problem here. So I don't know. I know we talked a little bit about it. I don't know if it was like a calcium deposit, or
disc.
A herniated disc, or
how far back behind his front shoulders was it?
You know, we'll get a little more direct there.
Behind his shoulders.
It was like a pretty halfway-ish point between his shoulder and his hump.
Okay.
So maybe like 4 or 5 inches from his hump. And I don't know. It could have been a super old saddle sore, but like, it's hard. It's hard as fuck.
Yeah.
And like, that sore would have to have dug very deep. So I'm not sure, man, but I think this camel, he's not going to be a ride camel unless you put 40 fucking inches of padding on it.
Yeah.
I would like this guy to have a vet come out there. But I think, honestly, before he even pays a vet to look at it to see what they're dealing with, he's just going to sell the camel and find one that'll work, you know? And he bought it to be a ride camel.
But he doesn't sound like he's a camel guy, right? He's more of a horse guy, you're saying?
Horse guy, for sure. But I guess he's been doing camels for the last maybe a little over a decade or something.
Oh, okay.
So he honestly, he has a lot to learn, you know? But he's in the business of animal ride. That's why he bought it, wanting it to be ready to go.
Understandable.
It is
to make money
for sure, you know, like, and if you're paying camel ride money, you know, like, or ride camel money, that's the product you should get.
Yeah.
You know, regardless. And moral of the story, what I'm getting at here is there are camels going around that don't need to be sold as ride camels.
Oh yeah.
They need to go to petting zoos.
Mm-hmm.
Or
a safari,
or go breed. You know, it's the bump on his back. If this is a crucial thing, it's just up there. I'm sure he could still hop on top of a female, you know, and actually he's gelded, so never mind.
But how does his pasterns even look?
His legs look great. The rest of his body looks in good shape. I'd have never thought anything about this because the area looks fine. There's skin on it, there's hair on it, and with, you know, the length of his hair, and he has curly hair. Kind of curly hair anyway. You can't see it.
Yeah.
There's no way, you know. And Mike kept asking me, he's like, "Are you sure he's not talking to us?" And I was like, "Dude, I don't think so. I think he's really he's green. You know, he needs some work." And when he started spitting, I was like, you know, my world changed.
Now he's yelling.
Absolutely. You know, and I felt bad that it took me a couple days to see it, but I wish he would have got angrier a little sooner. You know, and it's. I don't know. The motherfucker needs to get his money back for sure.
It sounds like it.
So I think he's a good camel. You know, I think he had some matches met for sure. He's very shy. You know, he's very head shy. So,
which doesn't make anything easy.
No, not at all. Not at all. But that's the world we live in, and he's okay, man. You know, and he leads well. And then I saw Jaeger over there. You remember Jaeger?
Oh yeah,
he's a big bastard.
I don't remember him being that big here.
Big,
yeah,
he big. He must have put on some size. I don't know his age when he got here. I don't know. Maybe it's a different Jaeger. Jason swears it's the same, but the stories line up with him being supposedly the rain bride, and we reined him here. But his pasterns, they're touching the floor.
Yeah.
literally touching the floor, dude. His ankles have dropped, and he's still in great spirits. I guess they got him on a meloxicam every day, painkiller. And he was hopping around. He had happy feet. Like,
Hmm.
he just can't ride, but he's in great spirits. He'll come over and eat snacks with you. And he was just wandering around the property yesterday, hanging out, and they don't have a perimeter fence over there, so they can't really just let them do that all the time. They put them
Okay.
away, but he was just walking around, eating
Hanging out.
grass, hanging out with the horses. But we wanted to we brought him out because I wanted to check Jaeger's shoulders to feel the similarity between him and the other one. And then I also wanted to see like how the new one acted with the camels around, because we know he's barn sour already, and he's only been there a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But it was he acted, when Jaeger was over there, he acted fine. When he walked away, he did what we would think he'd do. But yeah, that's kind of been where I've been at all week, other than doing tours. It's been a long week because I've been doing tours, getting done at 4, driving to
busy,
Illinois.
man.
Yeah, it's been stupid.
Busy
man.
bee.
And so stupid. And what the fuck else have I been doing? I've been working non-stop. Yes, tomorrow I got to leave for Boone County Fair. Bringing Doofus and Newton down there, go do some rides. So we'll be there till Sunday.
Yeah.
Fun time.
Now who's doing your tours? Anybody, or you just?
It's closed. We're closed.
Yeah. Okay. So you closed all week.
What did Fluffy do this week?
Man, I didn't really do a whole lot. Just worked and cleaned my truck out yesterday. Got a pool for Leo. That was fun. He was having the time of his life today, man.
Yeah.
He actually submerged himself. It was hilarious.
The capybaras too.
Yeah. Have they been using the pool now?
Dude, every day.
Good.
Not so much the female, but Kelso's been in there every fucking day. He was in there swimming for people today, and they're like little hippos, dude.
Yeah.
They're just swimming around and having a great time.
I bet the people love that,
dude.
too.
They do. They fucking adore it. It's absolutely awesome. And sometimes Kelso, he'll come up like a little hippo to the edge of the pool, and he'll be like, "Snack, please." And they'll
That's
just
funny.
feed him while he's sitting in the pool. He's like having a spa day,
That is so.
He's so goddamn cute.
You gotta get banana leaves so you can.
Facts. I can fan him off and shit. Little bastard.
Yeah.
I had a tour yesterday. There was a woman who we were by the camel, and she was turned around talking to her husband, but she had her hand like in the air so the camels could like keep, I don't know, sniffing her or whatever. And like most animals, you leave your hand around long enough, they're gonna get curious. And
oh yeah,
Flynn went to put his mouth around her arm,
and
I went up to Flynn. I was like, "Don't do that, don't do that." And the little girl that was with her parents, she was like, "Why'd you do that?" And I was like, "Well, your mom wasn't paying attention.
Yep.
And this camel can lift 300 pounds with his mouth."
Easily.
So, I mean, I wasn't rude about it.
No, yeah.
But I was just like, I told her, I was like, we got to make sure everybody stays safe around here. And Flynn came from a rough spot. Not that he had a rough life, but he was problematic. He was a bottle baby.
Yeah.
So he's got to know that these things are and aren't okay. And I don't think he was doing anything intentional.
No, he's interested because every time I work him now, he just starts lipping, and then I'll kind of nibble, and it's like, nah, dude, that's not okay.
It's kind of problematic that our working camels are also our tour camels.
Yeah.
They get so used to food and being fed, being pampered. And it works when they have manners. We still send them out. We work them here. We do this, and that, but like, man, if all they did was get snacks like where they came from, they turn into demons, just like Newt came from the safari park, like just a crazy, crazy old world.
He turned out pretty good, though, except when he's next to a black.
Yeah, Newton is incredible, dude. I love that camel more than anything.
He's turned out to be a really good camel.
He's wonderful. I mean, shit, he got here 2 days later. He was saddled up. Week later, he was in a parade. Like, man, is the reason his name's Newton, though. Sometimes he truly does act like a fig.
Yeah, but he is genius, though.
He is.
It also works.
I can't think of anything else I did this week.
No?
I worked fucking crazy. I worked insane. We're bringing the baby skunks into the clinic tomorrow to descent.
There you go.
It's really hard to find people who do that. People think it's a kind of a frowned upon thing these days, but people still crop fucking ears and docktails and declaw cats.
Yeah.
So you want to descent the skunks? And descent the skunks, if you know what you're doing, it's a 5-minute process.
Yeah.
Like, What the fuck, man? And it really don't affect them into adulthood. You know, they're in captivity. They don't have no worries.
It's not like taking their genitals away.
No, no, not at all. I think in time for the future, I gotta figure out this mic situation because I'm like leaning forward here and I want to relax. You know,
You're a little nervous, I think.
Right.
This is the most nervous I think I've ever seen Shane.
Since you lost the trailer.
Oh, yeah, that was okay. That's fair. I'm freaking out, man.
I'm freaking out, man.
It's okay. It's all right. Well, look, this is what's going to happen.
I couldn't believe how calm you were, dude.
Yeah, that was a rarity.
For sure. Really, it was super ridiculous.
Yeah, but a story nonetheless.
It's the truth.
You want to make a little bit more noise over there?
Normally it's you.
I know. I've been quiet today.
Shaking in my booties, man.
I'm holding it in.
Are you holding it
Oh, dude, I am. Like I said, it feels like something's trying to come out of my stomach right now.
in?
Like, you know the butterfly thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that.
I don't know. It's exciting. It's cool. I think that's pretty much the couple things that were on my list, you know. And we did talk about the podcast setup a little bit, and I'm excited about the change here. And I need to get back to TikTok, man. I need to start doing more lives, get critters a little more. And
give me something to do at work.
Dude, make some TikToks at work.
I
Go live on the CNC or
whatever,
God. Dude.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Answer questions while you're making parts.
Pretty sure I'll get in trouble with that.
Why?
Because it's all proprietary shit.
English?
Like, we own, or Crohn's owns all that stuff. Oh, here it is.
Here we go.
Call from
Joe.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear us, Joe?
It's Joe. I can barely hear you.
Oh.
How about now?
Yeah, I can hear you great. Yeah.
How are you today, man? Thanks for coming on.
Not too bad. I appreciate you having me.
Dude, it is my pleasure. You know, when I got a hold of you, I was like, holy crap, that's the coolest thing in the world, man. So I really appreciate you coming. And if you don't mind, I got a couple questions for you today, man.
Hey, man, anything you want.
So, I come from a similar world as you. You know, I'm USDA licensed in the animals. I've been doing exotics for half my life, and I specialize in camels.
Okay.
So, the first thing I just wanted to ask you, man, you've been doing this stuff a long time, and I really want to know what you think of the state of the exotic animal world right now. Do you think we're in good health, man, or do you think we're in trouble?
Man, I told everybody 10, 15 years ago that they were coming after all of us. And, yeah, no, it's far from over.
What do you think?
They're gonna put everybody in jail or take everyone's animals. They're not gonna stop until they have everybody's animals.
So like, it really, they came down so hard on elephants and then cats and monkeys. What do you think is next, man?
Well, they got that piece of shit Eric Good, with Real Good Productions that made Tiger King.
Yes.
Peter's got him in the pocket.
Yep.
And, they made Tiger King. They made this out to look like fools there. Then they made Chip crazy, and, she's going to prison now.
Yep.
And, Ricky, my manager that had no legs.
Yeah, yep.
He's been in court the last 2 months just trying to keep his fucking kangaroo.
Oh, wow.
Because Pete is after his kangaroo.
Them motherfuckers are after everything, I tell you.
Oh, yeah. And it's going to get worse because, the crazy part about the exotic animal world is nobody can stick together.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know why, but we're all in so much competition, and there's room for all of us. We can just love our animals.
And that's what I couldn't, me and Doc Antel got along real good. He taught me how to make my food better and make it more efficient. And make more money. And he was the same way. It was like, man, 1 out of 1,000 customers that you have will make it over to my place.
Sure.
And that's bullshit back. my people that came to my zoo from Dallas ain't gonna go to Tampa, Florida,
Right.
and look at her shit. But
That-
they had to put everybody out of business because they want to control the market.
Yep.
Absolutely. No, dude, it's a hell of a world, man. And it kind of just weaning off that, dude. With PETA coming after everybody, and I think they're going after the wrong people. Because honestly, I don't think the USDA gives a shit about our animals.
Okay, well, first of all, answer me a question.
Yes.
We were both USDA licensed, right? We have USDA protocols.
Yep.
We have their inspectors.
Yep.
Hey, have you ever seen a federal wildlife agent?
One time, and that's only because I have a permit for a cougar for a DNR, federal wildlife. Though actually, that's state.
I was gonna say it's not federal because the cougar is state.
Correct.
Yeah.
You're right. I apologize.
But that's what got me through my whole trial. I couldn't understand, and they kidnapped me. They arrested me, kept me without bond, put me in solitary confinement. I couldn't help build a case.
Fucked up,
And
man.
I kept trying to tell the public defenders, I was like, look, man, I was licensed by the USDA. I've never had a problem with the USDA. My inspectors tell me what to do. They tell me my vet protocols. And we've been euthanizing animals for 23 fucking years. And now you want to say that a federal game warden is going to control what I do and tell me I need a permit to euthanize a fucking tiger?
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah, thinking back on it, man, I've been in the exotic world for, a lot less, about 13 years. All the USDA inspections I've been around, I've never seen a federal warden like that ever come out. No.
Yeah, in 23 years, the federal fishing game, never one time inspected my zoo, asked for an inventory, asked for where any bodies were that any of them died, never concerned themselves with how many were born. They didn't give a shit until it came time to put me in prison so Carol Baskin can pass the Big Cat Safety Act.
Man, that this is something that I explained to so many people, like that. The act just came along with the media, and I can't believe the shit went through. And now, they're working on the Primate Safety Act too to go along with it. And man, and a lot of people that write these rules, they don't work with animals. They don't know what the fuck they're doing, listening to them, the PETA motherfuckers,
And they pulled off their main goal. They came out with the movie, then they introduced the bill, and then they nicknamed it the Tiger King bill. And they got everybody to believe what they saw on TV.
Yep.
Absolutely. Propaganda at its fullest, man. And we used to have cats up where I was at. We had a couple tigers. We had a lion named Gunther and whatnot. And, dude, when that stuff came out, dude, like...
It destroyed that whole thing.
The world changed, man.
Yep.
The world so much changed. And I'm really not looking forward to have to do it with my primates again, Now, I didn't own the cats, but holy shit, what a change it was.
Here's what they're introducing right now, okay?
Sure.
The Kangaroo Protection Act refers to proposed legislation aimed at banning the sale, importation, manufacturing of kangaroo products in the United States. This act seeks to address concerns about the commercial slaughter of kangaroos in Australia, aligned with the U.S. history of opposing wildlife cruelty and global warming. Yeah, they got a Kangaroo Act introduced right now.
What in the fuck?
I didn't know about that.
Me neither.
Holy shit.
For a fucking kangaroo, dude.
Right? They're like deer over there.
Dude, when we get off the phone here, I'm going to have to go have a talk with my kangaroos and let them know what's going on. What in the fuck, man? Like, I don't know, man. What do you think? Since we all know everybody in the animal world hates each other, and for whatever reason we can't be in friendly competition, what do you think we all can do to help this shit, man?
Here's one for you.
Sure.
They're coming out to you, okay? In general sense, the term Camel Safety Act isn't a specific federal law yet. Instead, it refers to various laws, regulations, and guidelines addressing the safety and welfare of camels.
Mm-hmm. That would be wicked. Dude, the day they start coming after the camels is the day I lose my fucking mind, dude.
You'll never give another camel ride.
Yep.
That's so insane, man. Like they're work animals. They need to do stuff. You had a camel or a couple, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a camel. Yeah,
Absolutely. How many did you have?
I had one.
Just the one?
But, we had he was part of our tour, and we had these camel pellets, that we bought from Zupreme.
Yep.
And fucking a customer would put it between their legs and would take a picture of them and look like they were kissing a camel. People loved it.
People, absolutely, they do love that shit. And the camels, they're the biggest, gentle giants that anybody can mingle with, man. Like, and, they get bored. They get destructive. They need shit to do, Like, we take the rides away and stuff. They're going to die young. They don't exercise. Like, they really are working animals, And,
yeah.
So I guess off the scary topic and the serious shit, which is really what we talk about here. I'm curious too, man. Off of the TV show and whatnot. What's your worst injury you ever got from an animal?
Let's see. Camel blew up my little finger.
Woo!
Bit me. My worst probably. Got bit by a leopard and I had to have stitches on my thumb and my index fingers.
Oh yeah, that probably didn't feel too good.
I mean, I never got hurt by a tiger ever.
Wow.
Sure. Clearly I don't know you well, man, but from everything I've seen and heard and watched, you loved them fucking cats, man, didn't you?
Well, people that say, Jeff got them all to believe all kinds of bullshit out there, but
yeah.
People that say, "Oh, you abused your animals," go watch my YouTube videos on my YouTube channel. You couldn't walk in a cage with 20 full-grown tigers and lions and lay down on the ground and love on them if you abused them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, truth.
Absolutely.
It would just not happen.
And that's one thing, with your YouTube, there's so many people in this country don't realize that you existed before Tiger King. You've been doing this for a
way
long
before.
time. You've had your talk show, your podcasts and whatnot. I remember seeing you years ago talking about the cat massacre in Ohio. You've always been a spokesperson for this shit.
And that's why they came after me.
Yep.
Because you'll never convince me that Terry Thompson killed his animals. You just won't.
No chance.
And let him out, and killed himself. You just won't. I think that was their first step of passing the Big Cat Safety Act, was to create an emergency.
Right.
And then I have copies. I have copies of the contracts, that Carroll's people, lion, tigers, and bears, out in California. They got $250,000 contracts per tiger to haul tigers from Ohio.
Holy
gosh.
Shit.
Dude, that is some serious money. That's fucked up, man. Like,
yeah, that's what it's all about. So explain to me, what's any safer taking them out of Kenny Edwards Zoo in Ohio and putting them in Tippy Hedren Zoo in California?
That's wicked, man.
They're still in America, and you're still being charged to come see them.
Yep, they're still on display.
Right. It's all about money, man, and the accredited facilities, and I do think that the accredited facilities, they're inclined with all these people that steal and PETA and shit, and they just kind of add to their storage units. Does that make sense?
The Global Federation Animal Sanctuaries credited facilities. Carol started the Global Federation Animal Sanctuaries. She is the Global Federation Animal Sanctuary.
Sure.
Okay. And her 20-year plan that I have in writing says that she's gonna get every big cat out of private homes and in her accredited facility. And that's where all of mine are. And everybody's charging $50 a head to see them.
Oh,
fucking nuts, man. That makes me absolutely sick. And there's so many goddamn cats in the country. Like, there's no way that you can just control everything, you know? Like, I don't know
They're
what
getting close. They're getting close to it.
that's so insane, man.
Yeah.
Like, the control they're putting on the world is crazy. And I understand we need some rules and regulations for sure. It's a wicked world, but they're digging into people's lives a little too much, and they're destroying things. And you know, they come at the little guys like me and think we're, you know, we just use animals to make our money and that's what we care about. Dude, people love these animals, man. There really are bad people that just make money off of them, you know, and it's the people that are making the fucking rules, man. They're making the rules to steal the shit to make the money.
Yep.
How many camels do you have?
Well, currently we got 4. We got 2 dromedaries, 2 hybrids.
Okay. So each one of those camels, when they were a baby, cost you close to $5,000, if not more.
Sure, yes.
Okay. Then the milk the bottle feed them wasn't cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so by the time you have that much money invested in one of them animals, chances are you're really not going to abuse it anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know
that-
and that's what I try to get across to so many people is some of these monkey people. You know, I used to be against private ownership until I really got to know some monkey people.
Mm-hmm.
And some of these monkey people spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on their fucking monkey. They got full bedrooms, man. I wish I had what some of these people spend on their monkeys when I was growing up.
For sure. Some of those people really spent some casholas, dude. I wish I was one of their monkeys.
Fuck, it's crazy. It's crazy. You know? So that's when I just started. I don't care what you do, as long as you take care of your animal, it's none of my fucking business what you own.
Amen.
You know?
Absolutely.
But yeah, they're gonna shut everybody down before it's over. You watch.
They're trying everything.
How long you think you still give it 10 years?
I say in the next 5 days.
Sure. Oh, do you think so in 5 to 8 you think we'll just be back to normal, like strictly municipal walk around zoos, or do you think they're kind of get rid of those too?
No, this whole thing started with Dan Ash, the director of the Federal Fish and Wildlife, who was the president of the ADA at the same time.
Oh,
Gotcha.
You're gonna see the entire exotic animal world is gonna be controlled by Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries and the ADA.
Just what we need, huh?
Yeah.
Fucking nuts.
And that was
man.
their goal, because in the Big Cat Safety Act, they're the only 2 exempt. In the Primate Safety Act, they're the only 2 exempt. Now what is the difference between being accredited by a sanctuary or even the AZA? Different than being inspected by the USDA.
Right. You know, I mean, an inspection from somebody accredited to do the inspection should be an inspection across the board.
Yeah.
You know?
My fucking inspectors were assholes, man. I tell everybody in here, I'm like, dude, the way we live in here would never pass at my zoo. The rust, the rust and the mold and the weeds and the moldy food and expired food. My inspector had my ass.
For fucking sure, man. I mean, they come around and they nitpick everything. You know, I my problem with the USDA is like, you know, my inspector, she had a background in slaughterhouses. You know, what the fuck does she know about camels and lemurs and shit? So they miss a lot of things. I think they're just untrained inspectors for the most part. You know, I don't think like the inspectors don't care. They just don't know, and the people running the USDA, they don't care enough to give them proper training to inspect.
My inspector, I went to so many inspectors, and then when my very first inspector retired, the last inspection she came, she was like, if you knew how many times I just blew smoke up your ass and you didn't know what the hell I was talking about. Because, you know, she would make us paint a wall because the fucking cinder blocks had pores and the bacteria could grow in the pores, and it's just crazy, dude.
Man, we just got a new inspector up here ourselves, and she's all right. She's a nice lady, you know. Nothing too bad to say about her. Just again, it's different, you know. And I think because they don't know the most about the species, that's why they look for the stuff they know, the nails poking out, the mold, and stuff like that. You know, that they're almost forced to kind of do that, you know. It's just it's a weird world, and I was told that the USDA is down about 30 inspectors countrywide right now, and that's a lot, man. They go through a lot of facilities, so there's a lot of places that are getting away no inspection this year alone. You know, just at least in the Midwest.
Yeah,
And
Rick was just here last Monday, and he was telling me that they have one inspector for North Texas and all of Oklahoma.
Wow.
holy shit!
Wow.
I mean that is a huge range, you
Huge
know,
area.
and it's, you know, it's not just the zoos, it's the laboratories and the farms, and like they cover a lot of grounds. That's fucked up, man. But I was heard they were I was told that they were paying these people to quit, man. They're trying to drop the funding for them, and man, that as much as, you know, I'm on the fence about USDA, that worries me a little bit too, to be honest with you. These
Well, when they drop the ball and quit coming around, Peter's going to pick up the slack, I promise you.
Yeah, for sure, you know, and people, when USDA drops the ball, people are going to start dropping balls a little bit because they're not coming around to get inspected anymore, and that is absolutely going to be PETA's time to fucking shine, because
Yep.
you know,
yeah.
people they're going to start scrubbing water dishes a little bit less, and, you know, not picking up trip hazards, and just, man, you already know where I'm going with this shit. It's the same shit every single day, but it is going to get worse. And my USDA inspector, she was kind of hounding down on that too. And for all she is, she's a very open and honest gal, and she's pretty pissed off about all of this, man. You know, it's just it's a wicked fucking world, dude. How long did you have your camel, Joe?
Shit, man, I had it from, well, we went through two of them. One, the very first one that I got in 2000 died in like 2015, 16, and we bought a new baby one, and that's the one that I had when they were arresting me.
Where did that guy end up?
You know, we don't know because you know,
Oh.
Jeff took over the zoo, and then
Yep.
they raided the zoo from Jeff,
Mm-hmm.
and they took all the animals away from him, and nobody has said. We've asked where it is. Nobody will tell us.
Wow.
Shitty, man. I hope he's in good health somewhere. I really do hope that. Absolutely shitty, dude. You know, you know, it's I didn't really want to talk about it, man, but like it's just that it's so crazy, dude. And I honestly, I can't imagine all of the shit that you went through between the show and the imprisonment and everything else, dude. Like, well, what's helping you get through the day these days, dude?
It's tough. It really is, especially fighting cancer and everything else.
For sure.
But you know, I get shit tons of letters, and everybody, you know, I don't know where they get the feeling, but everybody tells me that I'll be out before long, so I'm just hanging in there.
We're hoping, man.
The world is open for you too. I honestly, like, from everything that's went on in the world the last X amount of years, I truthfully can't believe you didn't get the pardon out of all the people that did.
Fucking, and then he pardons the Chrisleys, you know?
Right.
It's like, what the hell, man?
Yep.
Wicked fucking world.
Everybody that I have working on this at the White House and with Don Jr. and everything, everybody says my name's on the next list, but it's up to Trump to pick them out, you know?
So if you get out of here, you know, when you get out of here, dude, because we all know it's coming, you know, do you have any plans to get like are you gonna do another little like media thing?
I'm going to Mexico, man.
Going to Mexico?
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. You know, my husband got deported, so he's in Mexico now.
Yep.
And I'm gonna go get him and go get a house in Cozumel, and I'm just gonna chill.
There you go.
And man, honestly, after
You know, I
everything, yeah,
I thought the animal rights bullshit for 23 fucking years, man. You know, and you know, you had all these people, oh, go Joe, and then when I got arrested, fucking nobody would help me.
right.
You know, that was, I don't know if you know Tim Stark, that, you know, as soon as I got arrested, that motherfucker moved in my zoo with Jeff Lowe. You know,
Sure.
it's like I can't believe you people.
Dude,
Wow.
Doc Antle
backstabbing.
wouldn't help. Nobody would help. I wanted Doc Antle to testify for me, you know, because he could explain the Endangered Species Act and everything. Nope, wouldn't testify at all. And come to find out, that silent motherfucker was supporting all them expensive animals, whereas he was fucking trafficking human beings.
Jeez.
Oh my God. What the fuck, man? I mean, that just blatantly again boils all down to money.
Yeah. You know, they arrested him, charged him with money laundering, animal trafficking, human trafficking. And then what he do? He goes and routes a whole bunch more people out, and he only got a year sentence.
Wow.
That's insane. You know, it's backstabbing every line of work. Backstabbing absolutely
Every one of them.
How long did you
Every
know
one.
Doc for?
Shit, man. Fucking 15 years before I got arrested.
That's fucking nuts, dude. That's fucking nuts, man. People are fucking wicked, dude. That's so screwed up, man. And you know, there wasn't really nobody, you know, on the whole world of, you know, Tiger King that I was familiar with, not at all. I was doing a whole lot of work down south at the time, down at Draft Ranch in Dade City down there in Florida, and I was just, man, everybody was going fucking crazy about that shit. Like it's so weird to see where it ended up all these years later, dude. People are so fucking horrible, man.
It is. It is crazy.
You know, so I think that honestly is a great plan. Head down to Mexico, relax with your husband, dude. After all this bullshit, you deserve it for sure, dude.
You know, I have so many, you know, appearance offers and movie offers and everything else. I'll never, you know, I won't have any issue worrying about money once I get out of here. But yeah, no, I don't want anything to do with the animals. What I do want to do though is I want to get involved in the actual orphanage, baby elephant orphanage down in Africa.
Absolutely.
Oh wow.
I want to get involved in some actual conservation. You know.
Absolutely.
For you, yeah.
That'd be wonderful, and we need that shit, man. A lot of the world doesn't understand how much of a bad state the elephants are in, man. Not just in the United States, but where they're from. That's the coolest fucking thing, man. That'd be absolutely awesome. Have you worked elephants yourself before?
I have, and you know, I made that one elephant video, music video, you know, to raise money to help save elephants.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I've seen that one. I'm gonna have to go check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called 96 Elephants. It's on YouTube.
96 elephants. You got it. It's in my brain. When we're out of here, I'll check that out. You know, the property that I'm on was originally supposed to be a breeding ground for African elephants. The guy that I worked for, he was a specialist. He ran a company called Elephant Management. Well, it was his son that I worked for. We had a lot of elephant history here on our property, but unfortunately, you know, I was just too young. I missed the golden days of elephants and whatnot. But they had 6 of them, and they had one named Luella. She was one of the first born in the United States. You know, just weird little history all around the place, man. I love elephants. I could spend all day around them, but unfortunately, I never got the opportunity to work with them. You know, I know a couple elephant people, you know, Endangered Ark in Oklahoma and whatnot, but I think I grew up too young, dude. I missed the elephant boat. You know, like
Elephants are cool, Z. I'm telling you, you can look them in their eye and they can read your soul.
they're everybody says they're the smartest fucking thing, man. You know, I would love to go. I've been toe to toe with them once or twice, and I was a little intimidated. I'm not going to lie. The first time I met a camel, I don't remember being intimidated at all. But holy shit, I walked up with them elephants, and I was like, oh my God, you're the coolest thing ever. But you're massive, dude. Absolutely massive. And I thought about you the other day, actually. It sounds weird because we never met each other. But I was at the county fair up by me, and there was a tiger show up here, dude. It's been a long time since I seen anything like that. It was a tiger show at the Racine County Fair, and I can't remember who the fuck it was, but they were out of Florida. Man, they looked like they were out of Florida.
The only tiger app that I know that's still going that's out of Florida is Police or Prisco.
I can't remember the name. I wish I could have put it to it. I should have took a photo or something, but couple long-haired Florida boys, and then they drove around in their big old semi and their orange circus tent,
Huh.
But it was a neat act. I mean, everybody looked happy and healthy. That's what I was worried about. And
Fat.
yeah, they definitely had some food in there, man. Yeah. But it was cool. And then right next to him was Grant Kammerer doing his show, if you know that guy. Wild World of Animals. No, I think he's out of Virginia. I'm not too sure. But yeah, it was just weird seeing the tiger show out. We don't see that too often these days. I was over there doing the camel ride, so I went to check it out, man. But yeah, you talking about you got all these media deals and stuff, and that's super cool, man. I'm glad you're not gonna have to worry about nothing when you get out of there. And I just want to note that it makes me appreciate this a million times more, because we all know you're a big deal, dude. And to sit down and talk with some of the little guys, like it really means the world to us. And I want to note that.
I was Joe Exotic before Tiger King, and I'll be Joe Exotic after Tiger King, and I'm no different, no better than you or anybody else, though. And I promised my mom when I started that online television show, and then I started touring, doing magic. Fuck, I performed in front of millions of people. And I just promised my mom that I would never let it go to my head, and it hasn't to this day.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what the animal world needs, man. Like, I don't understand why everybody can't just be that friendly, and everybody can just learn from each other. We're all on the same damn mission for the most part, love our animals, hang out, and unfortunately educate the general public.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's what we're here for.
Absolutely. I can't believe, the flat going around in the world. And we could end it if we'd all educate at the same point, but people are so goddamn grubby and money hungry, and the small guys get shit on so much. What we're deemed the roadside zoo, and we're actually hanging out with our animals. We go in there, we work them, we give them their own meds with our own fingers. We don't pole dart everything. Like, it's just, the world's so backwards, man, and there's so many people that just don't understand this shit. So, you're getting away from the animals. You want to go to Mexico. Do you realistically think that you wouldn't try and work cats again for real?
Do I know?
Do you think that you actually wouldn't ever work tigers again?
No, never.
Absolutely. It's got to be a hard decision, man.
I don't blame you, though.
Have no interest in it.
Really? Just
no.
I mean, this whole situation really just changed everything, and I can't even blame you.
Nope.
Can't blame you at all.
It's sad, though.
For sure. So I guess your plan is definitely the best one it can be. So when you guys were filming the show, man, like, how the fuck did it go that, I mean, everything just on the show looked like a good time for you, like, how did it end up slipping to just be totally flipped? Is it the same shit they did to the chimp crazy bitch?
Okay. A lot of people don't understand that. I didn't film for Tiger King.
Correct. Right.
Okay. They used my footage from joezelictv.com.
You got it. Okay.
Because I was already in prison 2 years before Tiger King came out.
Okay. You got it. So who let that footage slip?
My husband at the time.
Gotcha.
He sold them my computers For $2.6 million, you didn't put a dime on my
holy
books and left
shit.
me in prison.
Holy shit,
yeah,
dude.
piece of shit.
That's some crazy shit, dude. I don't understand how left and right, dude, it just kept falling the fuck apart. Like, that's, man, the worst things happen to decent folks, you know? And I don't know why it is like that, dude. So
Because we trust too many people.
Yep.
that's true. That's putting me in some bullshit. That's very true. So how long had you been filming, you know, Joe Exotic TV?
Oh, hell. We started Joe Exotic TV back in 2004, 2006.
And how long did it take for you to get traction?
Well, I mean, what got me traction was picking on Kale. I mean, and that's
Sure.
what got me in trouble. You know?
Right. Absolutely.
What started me out kind of being famous was I had this thing called 77 Sagas in 77 days.
Sure.
And I had Carol's diary, I had all of her USDA papers, all of her transfer forms, everything. And I just took 15 minutes a day and made a saga and exposed her. And she couldn't handle it.
Sure. And you know, about how long in did she start firing back, you know, retaliating on some bullshit?
She fired the first shot. Back in 2006, I'm in Oklahoma.
Yep.
At a gas station, and I'm getting gas, and I'm reading this newspaper on the newspaper stand about this shitty little roadside dude. And the more I read, the hell, it was about me.
Oh,
wow.
And it was written by a lady named Carol Baskin. Never even heard of her before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I go and I Google Carol Baskin. What comes up? First thing comes up: missing husband. And that was my downfall. From being a police chief and a missing husband, I had to go investigate.
Right. No, that's some crazy shit, dude.
And it just went to shit from there, you know.
The man,
and the more I ignored her, the worse she got.
Right. No, that's insanity. And you know, killing your husband and then throwing you in jail. What the fuck? That's just twisted.
Evil bitch.
And I know it's stuff that you talk about all the goddamn time. That's why I didn't want to bring it up. But like, man, it came so full circle. So I apologize. But man.
But the crazy part is how did she get away with it? Because okay, just real quick, because I'm almost out of time.
Yep.
And she may have attorney. On the second page of my attorney, it says this instrument is designed by Carol Lewis, which was her name at the time.
Sure.
Okay, the first sentence, in case of my disappearance.
Mm-hmm.
Now, who the hell does that?
Yep.
Okay,
right.
Usually it's upon my death or something, you know.
Right.
All right, in case of my disappearance, and then in September of 1997, she files it with the court clerk to make it a legal document.
Right.
Well, okay, she signed it, 2 witnesses signed it, and her husband supposedly signed it.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's a legal document. 2 months later, he comes up missing. 4 years later, she has him declared dead because his body can't be found. Okay? The sheriff in Tiger King verified that his signature was forged, correct?
Correct.
Okay? So if she designed it and she filed it, she had to forge it.
Right. So what the hell is the evidence is there?
Why has she not been charged with forgery?
Right. On top of many other things, you know. Like,
well, she's the one that got the $6 million when she had him declared dead.
That's so fucking crazy.
If the very sheriff in her county verified that it's forged, well, why in the hell hasn't he pressed charges?
Right. Right. The evidence is there. It's just the judicial system, the law system is not doing its job, and there's money involved. We know there's money involved, you know? There's got to be. 110%.
So how can little old me beat that system? If you can get away with murder and $6 million fraud on top of that?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. There's some truth in that sentence for sure. And I guess like we were talking about a minute ago, being a good person, it just, yeah.
Nice
You
guys
can't
finish
be.
last.
You know, and
That's why.
all the rich people I know in the animal world, they're kind of grimy, you know, for fucking sure.
Yeah. You know, you take the guy that goes out and butchers a dead cow that's donated to him to feed his tiger, cares more about you and his tiger than anybody that can afford to buy Nebraska meat, you know?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And
But guys, hey, I got to get off here.
yep,
It was a pleasure talking to you, man.
you as well, man. I would love to do it again someday. I really appreciate you coming on.
Well, anytime you can afford to help me, I'll do another call with you. That you wouldn't believe that this is the only way I eat.
Dude, you got it, man.
For sure.
We're gonna talk soon, okay?
All right, I appreciate you.
Thank you,
Good
Joe.
meeting you, man.
Thanks, guys.
Wow.
Holy shit.
If I said I wasn't nervous,
You did phenomenal, though. Let me just tell you.
dude. So he said it was only going to be 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was 40 minutes later.
I only wrote a couple things down.
No,
that's why like, I started stumbling a little bit because I wanted to come into this prepared.
Yeah.
And, wow.
That.
If I had known it was going to go on longer, I'd have wrote down more.
Yeah.
You know, and that. What a pleasure.
Right. That
what
guy,
a pleasure.
Yeah.
You know, and for everybody listening, you know, what it boils down to is, I don't know Joe. Fluffy don't know Joe. We don't know Joe like that. And the world has pinned him to be a bad guy. I can't look. I can't deny that. I can't approve of it. We don't know his history, but for all the people that I've met and gone back and forth with and all that good shit, just seems like a dude that loved his tigers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he didn't seem like a bad guy.
No. And has he done some bad shit? Yeah.
Sure.
Everybody has,
Yeah.
for sure. The thing that I like about him is he's never been secretive, even on media, you know? So, wow.
Yeah.
I am a little starstruck.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. That was tough.
You did so good, though.
Dude, I don't think I
good.
know I kept stuttering, and I was trying to think, because, dude, like, the questions that I wanted to ask him, I didn't want to ask him.
Yeah.
Like, I did want to boil into Tiger King, but, like, that's all he talks about, I'm sure. And, like, I want to talk animals with him, and I would love to do this again.
Well, next time, because we'll be there next time.
Absolutely. And wow, he was just nice.
Yeah. Super nice guy. Obviously upset. I think it's fucked up that he was like, you know, if the USDA came in here tomorrow, they'd shut him down because the prison.
Right.
Because I know it's not a pretty place.
The humans are being treated worse than the animals.
Yep.
And it's fucked up.
Yep.
You know, we run the world. We're humans. But my God, my heart is beating out of my chest. And I wish I could sit on this podcast right now and pretend to be a macho man and that I've done everything in the world and I can't be starstruck. But
yeah. You're keeping it real.
Dude.
Yeah, that was great though. That was
I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to hear some more Joe Exotic, you heard the man. We got the okay. We can bring him back. If there's anybody else you think animal related we could get on the show, hit our line. Let us know.
Please let us know.
I gotta go have a Captain and Coke.
Calm the nerves a little bit. Hey, Podcast Cat, I see you.
And PC's out. But Fluffy.
Well, happy hump day, everybody.